What's up everybody, Josh here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at my top 5 Siri shortcuts to get you started with iOS 15. So before we jump into the Shortcuts app, just a quick rundown on Siri Shortcuts. Siri Shortcuts pretty much allows you to run specific events or specific triggers on your iPhone based on whatever you want to program. So that could be, starting a specific playlist on Apple Music, or automatically triggering your drive home from work, where it will launch your navigation to take you home. It'll turn music on or turn on your podcast, or whatever it might be. Maybe turn on Do Not Disturb so that you're ready for your drive, all with the click of one button or asking Siri to run that shortcut. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the Shortcuts app and actually go through my top 5 examples of what you can do with Siri Shortcuts on iOS 15. So we're going to start this off just going through the Shortcuts app a little bit and what's kind of changed in iOS 15. So you now have two specific, top dashboards. You have categories and apps. As you can see in apps, you can see all of your list of apps that are compatible with Siri Shortcuts, Instagram, Waze. You can see you have drive home, drive to work, and you can automatically trigger those events in your shortcut. You have weather, and the weather app is much improved in iOS 15, and you get a lot of information that you can bring into a shortcut through the weather app. Now, you can also look at specific types of actions. So that could be sharing something, whether that be on Instagram or Twitter or a message. You can also look at web. So you can find specific articles. You can go to a specific URL using Siri Shortcuts. And you can do a lot of other things as well. And we'll jump into scripting. And scripting really allows you to kind of take full advantage of your iPhone. Now you can open an app, any app. You can run apps in split screen. You can do if statements. You can do prompts. You can do a lot of different things. So let's start off with our first shortcut. And the first one is going to be go to work, or going to work. Let's do that, which will actually be our shortcut if I was going to drive to work one day. So we'll go to apps, and now we'll just do a quick search for Waze, and we'll just go ahead actually and find the Waze app. And from here we can do drive to work. So we'll automatically just set Waze to my work location to trigger that specific destination. Now we're just going to add a prompt, and this will allow us to choose from a menu. And this was actually Siri's suggested next action within our shortcut. And we're just going to change the 1 and the 2 to music or podcast. What do you want to listen to on your way home from work? And we will, once we have the music and podcast set in there, we can change our prompt to actually ask that question. And now we'll be able to just put in there music or podcast question mark, and we'll be able to select whether we're going to look at or listen to music or listen to a podcast on the way home from work. So now you can see you have two actions, music and podcast. Now we have to put actions underneath each one of those. So for music, we'll go and we'll search for music, and we'll just do play music. And now we can drag that up under the music icon, and we can select which particular playlist or radio station in Apple Music that we want to listen to. So I'm just going to select my dance EDM playlist, and I'll just hit the little plus button at the top there, and that will play my dance EDM replay playlist whenever I select music as what I want to listen to going to work. And now we'll do the similar thing for podcasts. So we'll go to the Apple Podcasts kind of section within Siri Shortcuts. And now we're just going to hit play podcast. And we can go to ask each time at the bottom. And this will ask us which podcast we want to listen to when we're driving home from work. You can also set your play functions for your music to, do you want to shuffle the songs in your playlist? Sure. And do you want to repeat? You can either do repeat one song, repeat all the songs, whatever you want to do. And that's kind of a quick rundown there on sort of how you get started with prompts. You can select what you want to prompt the user to enter, and then whatever they enter will trigger a next set of actions. And then we're also going to put on Do Not Disturb. Of course, we're driving home from work, so we'll set our focus mode, which is new to iOS 15, and we'll set that to do not disturb, but you could also potentially set it to your work profile or your personal profile, depending on what you're looking to do with your do not disturb functionality within Siri Shortcuts. So if we run this thing, we can select podcasts. It already launched our Waze, and now we can pick which podcast from the ones that we're already listening to that we want to listen to on our ride home from work. And there you go. It's running in the background, and we have the podcast ready to go. Do not disturb is turned on, and we have our navigation set. So let's jump over to our second Siri shortcut that we're going to put together. So all we're going to do is hit the add button at the top right. We're just going to type in the shortcut name, and this one's just going to be open. Let's do open phone. So we'll just pick any app, and this is really just going to allow us to open a specific app with a shortcut. So this is what many folks were doing with iOS 14. They would set shortcuts to open specific apps. And then, of course, with shortcuts, you can also customize your home screen widget in order to give yourself a completely custom and unique button for each app and really customize how your home screen is looking. So we're just going to do add an app or open an app. We're going to open the phone app. And now we're just going to jump over to add to home screen. And that can be reached with that little triple line icon in the top right. We can set any picture. I'm just going to pick this one from our library as the button. And now you can see open phone, and that will open up the phone app on our iPhone. And let's jump over to the next one, number 3. And this one is going to be, let's do Insta last pick. And this is just going to be take a picture and post it on Instagram, all in one action, all with one button. So we're just going to pick camera, and this will allow us to take a photo. We're just going to take one photo. You can select which camera you want to use. So we're going to use our back camera, get the best looking picture that we can, but you could also do like Insta selfie or something like that. We'll just leave it as Insta pic for the time being, but then you could change that back camera to front camera in order to do that. We also have show camera preview, which will allow us to actually see what we're taking a picture of, which is always nice. So we're going to go to Instagram now, and we're going to post a photo, and that photo is going to be that last image that we just took, which is super simple and super easy. And there's a couple different options on how you could select what photo you want to post through that Instagram trigger. But now all we're going to do is take that one photo with our back camera, and then we're going to post it on Instagram. So now if we run this, we're treated with the camera app. We take our picture. It automatically, we can say use the photo. It gets that photo, and it auto posts it on Instagram. You can say whether you want to post it to your story or to your feed. And that's a pretty cool setup right there. But let's jump over to our next shortcut, shortcut number 4. And this one is going to be a workout shortcut. So what are the actions we want to do on our iPhone in order to get ready for a workout? So first thing we're going to do is launch our URL, our actual routine for the workout. And we're just going to open a Muscle and Fitness web page that will bring us to a workout. And the next step is, let's go ahead and listen to some music, of course. So we're just going to get songs in a playlist, and we're going to select, prompt me for what playlist that I want to listen to. Ask every time what playlist you want to listen to. And then what we're going to do is play our playlist. So we're just going to hit get playlist or play playlist, and this will just play whatever playlist that we just selected for our workout. So when we go ahead and run this shortcut, what it's going to do is open up the URL, bring us to our workout page, and then it's going to ask us which playlist we want to listen to, and it's going to automatically trigger that playlist to play. And there you go. We got music playing for our workout. So there we go. Those are 4 of our shortcuts, but let's jump in to our 5th one, and this one's going to be pretty cool. So this one's going to play a video or any media on our TV. Again, with the click of the button, no need to use AirPlay or anything like that. No need to hit the AirPlay button in YouTube or Netflix. All you're going to do is go to prompt. So we're going to prompt, what do we actually want to watch? Do we want to watch, YouTube or Netflix or Apple TV? Of course, you can add as many options as you want. So you could do like 10 options for YouTube, Netflix, Disney, Amazon, Apple TV, Hulu, whatever apps you have that you watch videos on, you can put those in there. So we'll just add, we'll add YouTube, we'll add Netflix, and we will add Apple TV as our options. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Those are kind of the big three for me at least. And then once we have those three actions, or those three possible actions or answers in our prompt, then we of course have to launch one of those apps whenever we select it. So if we select YouTube, we want to open the YouTube app. If we select Netflix, we want to open the Netflix app. And if we select Apple TV, we would want to open the Apple TV app. So now we can just add our, trigger for open an app. So we'll do this, simultaneously for all three. So we'll do one for YouTube. We'll just hit the open app shortcut, bring that in there, select the app button, just search for YouTube and select that. And we'll just run through this for the other two. So we'll do it for Netflix. Just open app, and then, hit the app and select Netflix so that we open that one. And finally, we'll do the Apple TV one. So open app, we can bring that in, and then we can add the app as Apple TV. Now, we are using a few of these a lot, like open app, etc., etc. We can add these as favorites to the Shortcuts app so that we can just go to the favorites button within Shortcuts, and all of our favorite triggers are right there. That way you're not searching for everything all the time. You have them in your favorites. But now we want to play back what we're going to watch on, our phone, on the TV. So we're going to set our playback destination, and now we can just select that iPhone and change it to our TV. So we are going to change this to the LG 65-inch OLED. We can drag that up all the way to the top. So this is just going to set that LG as our playback destination no matter what we select, whether that be iPhone or whether that be YouTube, Netflix, or Apple TV. It's going to trigger AirPlay on our TV, and then depending on what we select and what we play, we'll then determine what plays on the TV. So we're going to hit YouTube. It opens YouTube up. We can select a video, Jay's 2 cents. You can see we're already connected to AirPlay, and this is already playing on the TV. Pretty awesome, pretty sweet, all with one click of a button. So there we go. 5 kind of completely different shortcuts that all allow you to do completely different things, all with the tap of one button or just a command to Siri. So you can launch any of those with Siri run, going to work, or Siri run workout, or Siri play video on TV. Whatever our shortcuts are named, we can just say Siri run that one or play that one, and that's it, and it runs. So we can do some really complicated ones with a lot of different prompts and if statements and things like that, where you prompt the user like we just did with that video one, where you ask them, what do you want to do? YouTube, Netflix, Apple TV. They select it, and it triggers a different set of actions depending on what they select. You can be super simple and just have a shortcut to open an app, add that to your home screen, and then that replaces the typical app button that you would normally have with your own customized one, because you can use whatever image you want as the little icon. And you can kind of do things that are somewhat in between, where you're just going to your URL, picking a playlist to listen to, and that's it, like we did with workout. So there's a lot of different options, some small changes with iOS 15 compared to iOS 14, but some good improvements, a nice little redesign for the app itself, which is definitely welcome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. And if you haven't already, get subscribed to the channel, turn on post notifications so you can stay up to date with all my latest videos. And I will see you guys in the next one.